All right, what up? So basically, I was writing an essay for my, homeopathy studies, and I got a really interesting idea for a video. So this video, I don't have a single picture that I'm gonna put up here. It's not gonna be, a fancy video. It's just me. I'm literally raw dogging this video right now. So let me start talking about it. The idea that I want to explain is that you are the creator of your reality. Now, how did I come to this conclusion? Um, I am writing an essay about a remedy in homeopathy, and in homeopathy, every remedy has a kind of personality. It has a soul, there's different personality types. You know, there's different personality types. There's, I don't know, in school there's like the geek, the cool kid, the thug, the gangster, the goth girl, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. There's personality types, right? And the personality type of this remedy was this complete depressive state. Let me read some of the symptoms which that remedy expresses. Every remedy expresses a specific symptom and character type. So basically, despair, fear of disaster, fear of misfortune, fear of failure, business failure, anxiety, complete anxiety, feeling that he is forsaken, religious despair. So they think that, they are doomed in the afterlife, completely hopeless, pessimistic, uh, scared for their health, scared of death. They think they're gonna die. They think the entire world is gonna explode, basically, right? So this type of complete doomer like mentality, everything is doomed, right? And the task which, the essay which I had to write is explain their fear of poverty, right? And the symptom, one of the symptoms which is in the book, is that they think that their business is going to fail even if it is prosperous. So basically, their business is making them millions of dollars. They are hyper successful. They're doing well, right? They are successful. However, they are not able to perceive it. They think that their business is going to fail. They think they're going to fail despite the fact that their business is making them millions of dollars, right? And even though they are rich, even if that personality type possesses a lot of money and, I don't know, has 20 yachts, helicopters, bulletproof tanks, and all the other worldly possessions which are offered, they believe that they are poor. Now, and this is what brought me to the idea that you create your own reality, right? So let me actually read from that essay, because I think I'll be able to explain it better that way. So, right, let's see. I believe their fear and belief is an internal state. It is a mirror of their inner world, which is based on poverty on all levels and has nothing to do with reality. They are poor emotionally, creatively, romantically, spiritually, and physically, and that state gets reflected into every other area of their life, which means that even if their business is making them millions of dollars, they're not able to perceive and accept that success because they lack the success and abundance internally. You understand? So they also have very poor health. So their health is messed up, their emotions are messed up, and their creativity is messed up. They're messed up in a lot of ways. They suffer in a lot of ways. And that basically means that even if their business is making them millions of dollars and they are hyper successful according to society standards, according to somebody from the outside maybe looking in, but they themselves are not able to perceive that success. They themselves consider themselves poor and think that their business is going to fail. So if you study concepts such as the law of attraction, or that you create your own reality, then that fear starts to make sense. They manifest their state themselves, because you will never be able to attract something positive if you only ever concentrate and approach things from a negative, hopeless, and pessimistic point of view. That means that if they have an internal philosophy that everything is going to fail, they will die, their soul is doomed, the future is doomed, and nothing awaits them in the future besides more suffering, disease, disappointment, misfortune, and failure, then it is a matter of time until those beliefs become reality for them and continue manifesting as a spiral moving downwards. They sort of screw themselves over because they themselves hold back and don't allow anything good to enter their life. It's possible that what actually happens in their life is completely beautiful and positive. However, if they'd allowed themselves to perceive it as something amazing, positive, and beautiful, it would break down their entire belief system, which is scary because that would mean that all their suffering was a lie and was useless. So by continuing to suffer and not allow themselves to see the bright side of things and the beauty and amazement which actually surrounds them, they're able to justify all previous suffering for themselves, which keeps them stuck in this endless spiral of suffering, which can only be broken down if at one point they were brave enough to admit that they were wrong and that things were never as bad as they seemed. It was just their own perception of things. Because what is scarier than real suffering is realizing that all the suffering you went through was false and useless and created by your own imagination. Seneca, who was a leading Stoic philosopher, has a quote that basically explains that. It's, we suffer more in reality. We suffer more in imagination than we do in reality. You get what I mean? Our suffering, a lot of our suffering is self-induced by this thing we got going on up here. You get what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, let me put that essay away real quick. Right, so a lot of the suffering is actually just our own imagination, right? And has nothing to do with reality. Because picture me, look, what I'm doing right now, I'm recording a video that I'm going to upload to YouTube. I'm sitting in a chair in a room, right? My brain, my own brain, can make it seem as if I'm suffering right now, as if everything's horrible right now, right? And pretty much put me in a state where I feel like I'm in hell. But at the same time, my brain can put me into this complete ecstasy and excitement and happiness and the joy of the fact that I'm recording, this YouTube video and, speaking to a camera right now. But it's both of these states have nothing to do with reality, and they're just created by me. Do you understand what I mean? It's like, because the fact that I'm sitting in a chair in a room talking to a camera hasn't changed, but my perception can either put me in hell or put me in heaven. It's been said that, I'm not here to insult anyone's belief, but it's been said that heaven and hell are here on planet Earth, and you have a choice of what you create. You can create absolute hell for yourself on this planet, but you can also create absolute heaven for yourself on this planet. And that has nothing to do with the circumstance in which you actually are. It has nothing to do with physical reality. It's all in your mind. It's all based on your perception. For example, some homeless guy who, I don't know, lives in a plastic bag on a beach, his perception of life can make him the happiest person on earth. His perception can make him feel rich and wealthy, even though he doesn't have more than $10 in his bank account, even though he doesn't have a bank account. You get what I mean? His own perception can make him feel rich, but some some oil sheikh in Dubai who is struggling to decide the color which he wants on his 39th Bugatti, he might feel poor. Because he perceives himself to be poor. Maybe it's because he feels like he could have had more money, or compares himself to the guy that, unlike him, doesn't have 39 Bugattis but 139. You get what I mean? And even though his physical reality encompasses wealth and abundance and prosperity, his own mind can make him perceive it as a state in which he is completely poor. You get what I mean? So that is what the law of attraction is in a way. You know the saying that like the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. Okay, that's a bad example. That's actually a bad example, but I can explain it in a way that the more money you make, the easier it is to make more money. You get what I mean? It's easier. That's why they say that like it's easier to go from $100,000 to $1,000,000 than it is from zero to the first $100,000, right? Because once you already have abundance, once you already have something to kind of build off, once you already have something, it's easier to attract more. You get what I mean? Which is why, let's say, it's the same with many, many things, you know? I don't know if you've never noticed it, but like, no girls are ever gonna, like, no girls, you know, pay attention to you. I mean, I'm speaking from the perspective of a guy. But as soon as you get a girlfriend, there's like 10 different girls that are interested in you. You get what I mean? And before you got a girlfriend, nobody was interested in you. So it's like you attract more of the things which you already have. You understand? And the things which you already, yeah, that's kind of it. So if you perceive yourself to be poor and you think in terms of scarcity and the fact that you're going to run out of money and you're going to starve, then you are more likely to attract that state compared to a belief of abundance. Even if you are not rich, even if you don't have any money in physical reality, if you think and are able to convince and trick your brain into thinking that you're a millionaire and start behaving that way, you are able to match the frequency of actually being a millionaire, which kind of breaks the matrix and allows money to kind of flow into your life, even though you are kind of fooling reality. You get what I mean? You can this reality allows you to completely fake it till you make it, because you're able to create it for yourself. You're able to make yourself anything you want to be. And that is how people are going to perceive you. You get what I mean? If I myself believe that I am weak and stupid and poor, then it is a matter of time until people perceive me as weak and stupid and poor. But if I consider myself to be the smartest guy on planet Earth, the richest guy on planet Earth, the strongest guy on planet Earth, even though that is not what I am in physical reality, the chance of other people perceiving me that way is higher. You get what I mean? Because I kind of create it myself. That's what I'm trying to say, is that you create your own reality. And I don't know how to say that, but yeah, what you actually are is not the same as what you created out of it and how you explain it. You get what I mean? I remember, I'm not gonna give any details, but I was in like a certain social group, and there was this guy that just kept he always got lucky with money. He would like gamble online, would just make, I don't know, 10K. He would invest in NFTs, make 100K. And he would, he just always got lucky with money. It's as if no matter what he did, and he wasn't smart. He wasn't smart. He wasn't hardworking. He wasn't even a good person. Let's put it that way. But money flowed to him like a magnet. He was a magnet for money, and anything he did, any circumstance where he put himself in, he just attracted large amounts of money. And recently, he just bought himself like a sports car at basically a very young age. And, like financially, he has achieved something at pretty much like a very young age that most people don't achieve when they're 30 or 40 or 50 years old. But and at some point I remember another guy was like, dude, you're so arrogant, you think the entire a guy told him that, right? He said, dude, you're so arrogant, you think that the entire world belongs to you. And then what I told them both is like, dude, if he genuinely, like, deep down believes that the entire world belongs to him, then it is a matter of time until it does. Do you get what I mean? Because that's the reality which he creates for himself. Because unlike others, he is arrogant enough and he is, in a way, brave enough to create this kind of arrogant image for himself because he sees the results which that gets him. It's very weird how reality operates, You can completely... Oh yeah, and what ended up happening is that because he... because he behaved that way, people started to, treat him as if he was a king, as if he actually was the king of the world. And if he didn't believe that, if he believed that he was poor and weak and this and that, all those negative things, like low vibrational thoughts, he would have never attracted that, and people would never perceive him that way. So in a way, however, he would still remain the same exact person, right? So that is kind of all the evidence that you need in order to know that you are the creator of your reality. If you want to be poor, please tell yourself every day, I am poor. If you want to be rich, no matter how much money you have right now, you could be dead broke. You can have no money whatsoever. If you want to be rich, don't you think that telling yourself every day in the morning, I am rich, is going to help you attract more wealth into your life compared to walking around telling everyone, oh, I'm so poor, I'm so poor. You get what I mean? Don't base your belief systems based on your current reality. Create your own reality. Don't let reality define you. You should be the one defining reality. And that way you are able to break the matrix. You are able to break barriers. You're able to break even your own belief systems. And that way you will be able to basically, over time, create any reality you desire for yourself. Whatever it is that you may desire, whatever it is that you want, you can have. You just need to become the person worthy enough of having it. You just need to match the vibration, match the frequency of whatever it is that you desire to attract. And then you will not have to put in any effort towards attracting it. It's gonna come to you by itself. It's gonna connect like a magnet because you are on the same vibration, right? And it is a process. It's not instantaneous, right? Sometimes it takes the moment you visualize a reality for yourself and the time when it happens, there's a big difference in time. So, for example, let's use my personal belief, right? Now, I have a very, very strong feeling. It's not a feeling, it's a sort of knowing at the deepest of my core that I'm going to be rich, right? I'm only talking, that's not the main focus of my life. That's not my highest goal in life. But that is something that a lot of people value in the modern world. That is something that a lot of people strive towards in the modern world. And that is also something that I strive towards. One of many things, right? But I think that is the best example that I can use because most people will be able to relate to that in the best way. Now, I know I'm going to be rich. I don't feel like it. I don't hope for it. I don't pray for it. I know it. And basically, that just means that, like, me visualizing it, me visualizing that state, it is just a matter of time until reality catches up to what I've already created in my mind. I've already created this person in my mind. I've already created it. It's already real in my mind. It's not in reality, but it is a matter of time until reality catches up to what I have created in my mind. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you can use that kind of power of visualization towards any other aspect of your life and try to be and become the thing that you desire to attract instead of chasing after it. Become the person worthy of getting that. You get what I mean? So, and you must be certain in it. If you want to use that method, you must be certain in the fact that this is who you are and this is what you're going to attract. And you cannot doubt yourself you cannot allow yourself to doubt yourself because that's gonna break that process. It's gonna slow down that process. However, if you truly believe it, if you truly have created it in your mind and you work towards matching the frequency of the thing that you desire to attract, I can promise you that it is a matter of time until that is exactly what you get. And that is why you are able to create your own reality. I suggest you choose wisely and be careful what you wish for, because you might get exactly that. Cheers, my friends.